Are you able to bless the people, the listeners?
Let me place this. This is the moment where in our show it's very nice.
That's
It
fine.
also I think for the last 4 or 5 prescriptions we've given, it's been accurate. It might not have been 100%, but it's been accurate with what we've prescribed the teams to do. But coming to this game, let's first identify the critical elements or aspect of this game of this magnitude. I mean, one if you were to win the final, you're looking at the four critical aspects: the game approach, which is the game plan,
Mm-hmm.
game approach, how you're going to approach this game becomes a very crucial aspect. Meaning, you can't just approach the game. You need by now the two coaches, Jay-Z and Maduka, they already know how they're going to approach the game with regards to how they're going to start, what they're anticipating Pirates are going to do, or what anticipating what Celtics are about to do. But also superior game plan, meaning superior game plan. You can't have just one plan to say, I'm going to play this direction. And if that doesn't happen, you need to have a plan B to say, if Pirates come out this way, remember, you don't know. Pirates got a lot of players in terms of choice, and they can change the game plan with regards to the quality of the players that they have.
Yeah.
So there's a superior game plan. Then comes forward to say, if we come with a plan, you can't come with just one-sided plan. It has to be A and B and C. Should Pirates counter our plan, or should Celtics counter our strategy or plan? And then mental toughness. Remember, final, it's a pressure on its own. It's a demanding stage on its own. Meaning, as a player, the first you need to to find yourself mentally to say, I need to settle mental my nerves. Remember, now finally, it's about your family as a player. It's about the club. It's about the fans. It's about the prestiginess of the whole setup itself. So I think the mental toughness becomes the critical factor, because game of football, it's not only played physically, it's also the mental balance, which is very important. And not just the mental balance, but also emotional balance, where you're able to hold your emotions. If you see, let's say you start bad, Pirates scores one goal, you need to come out of adversity. But how do you come out of that adversity? It shows your quality, and the quicker you come out of it, it reveals your quality. But we go into this game with these four critical aspects in our prescription, which is a game approach and superior game plan, mental toughness, and emotional balance. So if both teams, sets of players, are stable and balanced with these critical four aspects, I can tell you now, Pirates' advantage in this game is one. Look at their spine: Tyson, Ofori, Munare, Mayela, and Hoto. They've been into high pressure experience. They've got that high pressure experience. You can't run away from that, because they're used to a stage that it's a high pressure stage. I mean, they've played for national team. I mean, Tyson is the captain of national team. Ofori, Ghana, he played in the final for Marispec. Munare, Vets, Mayela has been in national team. Hoto, Namibia. So they know the pressure. They know the pressure of this magnitude game. I mean, it's not going to be difficult to adapt. I mean, if you count about 5 players, that's a team. That's 50% of the team. So settling should be easy into this game. But they need to impose their game. High press Celtics, counter press Celtics, because within their profile they've added what I call, after losing possession of the ball, immediately they try to regain it to reduce the load or defensive actions on their defense. So it means immediately they lose the ball, Pirates, they're quick to recover position so that they avoid their defense to be pressured. But again, also they need to cut down the defensive errors. Cut down the defensive errors. Every game now, Pirates have considered through their own mistake. But with Celtics, let's be honest, there's no pressure with Celtics. There's no pressure. But that doesn't mean if there's no pressure, you're not demanded to win the trophy. There's a demand that you need to win the trophy. But no pressure means coming to this game, you are not favorites. So favorites are under pressure, but you are not under pressure, but you are demanded to still win the trophy. Hence, I said the culture of Celtics. People think Celtics is a small team. Celtics is a huge club. Lot fan base. Yes, fans are not going to be there, but being the captain of that team, I was told that this is not just a small team, and I know their culture. It's about winning trophies. It's about the history. It's about the Ntate Mulimela. May his soul rest in peace. That man has done a huge work behind Celtic. Celtics are what Celtics because of that old man. I pray and I pay tribute to him, because for me, he scouted me. He made me a captain. And when I see Celtic in the final, there's this emotional attachment with it because I've been to that club and I kept it. Though I didn't give them a trophy, but I still think that this trophy I dedicated to Dr. Petros Mundimela, the previous owner of the Celtics. But there are frailties in that Pirates defense. They must capitalize on Ofori's mistakes, which is Celtic. They must Ofori is under pressure. He's not in a good space with confidence. But again, don't concede. If you concede, Pirates are going to gain confidence. Don't allow Pirates to play their normal game of ball rotation, ball possession based. Just overload the vertical areas, and Pirates are going to suffocate. Are going to struggle. But if you allow Pirates space, they're going to punish you. But one thing I can guarantee you, Trev, the speed of this game is going to be high. Both teams, in terms of the speed of play, it's very high. So it's going to be exciting, a very quick, dynamic game. And it's also played at 6. So most Mabida, in terms of the surface, it will be moist. The field will be a bit wet. So the speed of play will be very nice for people to watch. People are going to enjoy. And this prescription, I can assure you. Next week, pay attention. Prescription, sugar, in a marinator, in a sanitizer, it's got everything.
Hundreds. Now, usually in finals, so I'll go back to the Tottenham-Liverpool final, the Champions League.
Yeah.
Now, those guys are attacking teams. And you spoke about that high press. And I kind of think of Mane, Firmino, and Salah. Yeah. When you talk about that one, we need to get the ball back immediately. But in that final, both teams, one of the most boring finals I've ever watched.
Yes.
You don't think it's going that way, you're saying?
Definitely. I don't think MTN8 will be like that. I think if you go back to that final, Liverpool-Tottenham, it's a fear of losing. It's people saying the fear of losing, to say we don't want to lose, we don't want to concede, we don't want to open up as quick as possible. Let's see the behaviors of the opposition. So if you go back to that final, the reason that final was boring, both teams, the mental side, I think, believe the coaches felt good. And let's play with a handbrake approach. I call it a handbrake approach because we are scared to lose. Let's see what the opposition are doing. Then we counter what they are doing. So in that final, after Liverpool scored, it didn't even change the game because still the game was the same because of the approaches. So that is what I'm saying. The game approach becomes critical fact. How you start, it's critical, but how you finish, it's very crucial. So how Paris is going to start or how Celtics is going to start is also going to determine the pace and the confidence from the players. And already in the people's eyes, you're going to start seeing who's got the upper hand based on how they start the game and who's got a superior game plan. But again, I think this is a game there where we're going to see the advent of South African football. Celtics, remember, on form in terms of a form, but not results. Paris on form, but in terms of not being unbeaten in the last 13. So let's watch out this MTN final. We're gonna come back next weekend and tick all the boxes and to find out what did we say right, what did we say right. But I'm gonna put my head on the block and say advantage Celtics in terms of the results. But in terms of the play, Pirates are gonna dominate the play. But Celtics in terms of the results, because they are not under pressure. Pirates are really under pressure. I'm not favoring any team in this situation, but I think Celtics has got advantage.
I weirdly agree with you on that one. I also think so. Just when they get opportunities, they finish it. And they've shown that as well. They don't waste. But Doc, thank you so much. That was a top prescription yet again. The man knows his stuff. Good luck to both teams. Pirates, Celtics, give us something to watch, please. Doc, your final thoughts?
I know people won't be at the stadium, but it's also very nice to watch this game on TV. SABC1, I'll be doing this game. We're gonna send a promo about it, and they're gonna get a top-notch analysis as we give into our prescription. Also, just to give a bit of, because something might happen today and tomorrow with regards to team news. So I'll be paying attention to the both teams with regards to the team news. And the Saturday when I do this thing, SABC1, I'll be able to give people what happened in the last 2 days, because already today is Thursday, so the teams are training. Tomorrow they are training again before they go to the camp. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. So I'm ready to give our viewers Ushugela. We all know. I work with sugar. I don't touch the sugar-free stuff because I'll vomit. So I work with sugar.
Doc, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Catch you on Saturday. We'll be watching.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
All right, bless.
Sure, sure.